How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Surely some of y'all done seen the shit show that was Rogue C's live stream that she had a couple hours ago. Um, there's a lot I really want to say, but I'm just gonna let it play first. Then I'm gonna get it talking. Let's go.
Buddy, welcome in. Let me make sure I get all of you, my lovely lover gang. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Shout out to the big brother Keels. Welcome, welcome. Salute to the platform. Hello to the beautiful Mind Chaos Brew, aka Raw G, Raw B. Thank you so much for joining us today, my love. Thank you so much for joining us, sis. Oh, we got Shiesty Ashton. Hello. Shout out to the Shiesty Avengers. Shout out to Ashton. Hello, big brother Ashton. What's up? What's up? Hello, my beautiful sister Michelle. Michelle, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. I've missed you all so much. I'm so happy to see y'all. Definitely love to you as well. Thank you so much for so much love for everybody. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Just it's actually really one of my favorite songs my grandmother has produced. This is my grandmother Margie Joseph's song. It is a original remix. So shout out to all the talent in the space. Shout out to DJ Witch Doctor for that remix. I'm always gonna make sure to shout them out. It's such a good update to such a beautiful song from her. It is one of my favorite songs. It's pretty much just about what happens when love is lost, and how you can be waiting for somebody, and the love might not ever be reciprocated, but how do you persevere? How do you move on? So it's such a beautiful song that it's one of my favorite my grandmother has made. Shout out to Lover Gang Rue, the avatar looks amazing. Shout out to the new avatar. It looks so good. Good to see you. Thank you, sir. Welcome in, feel good. If you have not already, y'all, go ahead and make sure to hit the like. Make sure if you have not already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. We are still building Lover Gang as we speak. And again, make sure to share this out because I'm sure everyone can kind of relate to this. Nowadays, it seems like a lot of things when it comes down to protocol, when it seems to, come down to relationships and the whole idea of protection and providing. We don't talk enough about the actual protocol that goes with it. We don't talk about what a woman's job, what a person, a family's job is. And instead of always trying to understand what the man should be doing, we also need to go ahead and flip that mirror on ourselves. And I want to talk about, one, the cat's out the bag. Shout out to Rue. I definitely appreciate you. Love you so much. The cat's out the bag. Yes. Roxy is in a relationship with Rude and Brew. Brewski up, however you might know him. Yes, me and Rue are together. So with that being said, right, we do have a lot of, situations of he said, she said, conversations going back and forth about the relationship and what they believe and how, you shouldn't be with her, you shouldn't be with him, y'all, da-da-da-da. Cool. When you are finding yourself in a situation where people don't necessarily understand your relationship, even
I'm gonna be brutally honest for a second. I do not see this as a relationship. I see what Rogue see and what Rue is in as a situationship. Not not a relationship, but a situationship. And that's what it is in my opinion.
if you want to believe that your relationship might not be under attack per se, it is still something that is definitely under a microscope the moment you actually, come out public.
The only reason it's under a microscope because Rue, and the other person made it so damn messy. And that's why it's under a microscope. Because y'all made it so damn messy.
And even to be, real with it, we were necessarily outed. It wasn't something that we decided just to share with the space.
First off, Rogue C, and that's a half truth. You weren't out. You really weren't outed. You had no choice but to come out. because of what the third party basically putting y'all on blast. So yeah, you and Rue had no choice to come out because of the third party that put y'all on blast. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Let's continue. Damn it! Why the hell my screen went black? Tell the truth, shame the devil.
With it, we were necessarily outed. It wasn't something that we decided just to share with the space. So today's show, we are going to be reviewing my previous Lover Girl Confessions, the video, the most interesting thing about a woman is between her legs. And we're going to review the part where, you know, shout out to the Untouchables, shout out to Ilkhan Ali. Rue and Ilkhan Ali had a slight little back and forth as far as exchanging words. And it is going to go back to the idea of protocol. And I will even say where I messed up as his woman, as the woman, as the host of this show. So again, there is.
Nope. Pause. I want to tell you where you messed up there at Rogue C. You messed up when you try and put your business with personal. And that's where you messed up at. Never put personal with business. And whether you like it or not, you are indeed learning the harsh lesson of what happens when you mix personal with business. Learn the hard way, sweetheart.
A lot of accountability that I am even willing to take. But we are going to kind of just look into this whole situation because it is a matter of when you do have a man who is going to protect, who is going to provide, do you have the right to undermine him? Do people have the right to try to dissect every little thing that you do to think of what reasons that they could come up with to think that you are not going with your man? Because at the end of the day, with your man being your biggest supporter, being your biggest cheerleader, being the person that has your back no matter what, good, bad, right, or wrong, you do have to understand that you do have a due diligence and responsibility to that man, especially as his woman. And again, as somebody who is riding with you through thick and thin, because people come and go, friends come and go. But if it comes down to a real steady and sturdy relationship, you are supposed to make sure that you have his back just as much as he has yours. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I do want to apologize to Rue because I got what people were trying to say and how, even though we know the situation, how they wanted to try to pick and choose what they would think that Rogue C was thinking, right? And shout out to Team Fatty because we did go on his show yesterday and we did rock out to go ahead and talk about the situation overall of what happened between Rue and Ali. So I'm going to go ahead and share the video real quick so we can kind of get an idea. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk to you all about, in between what happened. 1 second. And shout out to everybody in Lever Gang who was on the panel as well. Let's do this. Do I have to fair use my own video? I doubt it, but fair use.
Because the way that you worded it, you say, yeah, a lot of these men be with that woman or whatever, but the fun girl really should have been his wife. So it just sounded like you were pushing like side chick behavior. I could be wrong.
Not at all. Not at all. Okay. I'm saying.
Okay, now I'm actually gonna talk about the live stream she did before this one. Even though Rosie may say she wasn't promoting side chick behavior, you sure as hell were not denouncing it. You were not denouncing side chick behavior in any way, shape, or form. See, there's two types of people when they have side chick come across side chick behavior. Either you're gonna denounce it or you're gonna co-sign it. And whether you like it or not, Rosie, you was co-signing. Let's continue.
Before this man has ever gotten married, I'm saying the same way, like I said, how these men will say that women will overlook, and I'm going to let Ali, because I can see it in his face, I'm going to let Ali handle this, because Ali is the one who actually got me on that talking point about how men in their 20s, a lot of women are overlooking these men who would have already been their husband in that case, because they... So let me go ahead and just start off with letting it be known that when it came down to, shout out again to everyone that comes through the Lover Gang. I appreciate y'all so much. But when it comes down to having work relationships with people, there is this idea of a certain protocol or a certain standard of how we do things, right? Whenever I am honored to go ahead and be over there at Team Fatties, the Untouchables to do the ladies first, I did an amazing debate over there. Shout out to Melanin Legacy. And even the super panels, those are so much fun. These are things that I enjoy doing, and I'm honored the fact that I get to showcase my talent and that Fatty is allowing me to have a platform to do so. But it is a matter of, I do have to go ahead and let it be known, I've always been under the assumption of protocol with people. I was always raised to do so. And, with that being said, I had the assumption that other people would also do the same thing that I was brought up to being, or I was accustomed to doing, right? So with that being said, whenever Fatty would hit me up, hey, Rogue, I want you on Ladies First. Cool, I'm available. Or hey, I can't do it this weekend, but I can most definitely do it the next one. Hey, Rogue, if you're available, can you go ahead and do the super panel? Of course. Hey, Rogue, I want to go ahead and do a debate with you. Cool, thank you, Fatty. I'm down. Hey, Rogue, I want you to come on and do this show so we can do, explain this, XYZ. Anytime, and it doesn't just go to Team Fatty, right? It goes to any place that is not Lover Girl Confessions, where you see me on a platform that I am not the type of person to put myself on to people, right? I would never want someone to just keep hitting me up, hey Rogue, hey Rogue, hey Rogue, hey Rogue. I don't think that's professional, nor do I think it's fair to a content creator. So I do want to stress the fact that anytime you see me on someone else's platform, it is because I was formally invited. Now, with that said, with the work relationship that I do end up having with most of the people that I work with, it is a matter of, I'm going to make sure that when I come around you, I know your rules and regulations. I know what I can and cannot do. I know what I can and cannot say. And there's even a certain standard that I want to hold myself up to, because I know it's not my house. So imagine you're working with your coworker, right? And then the next thing you know, your coworker is just popping up at your house. They got their shoes kicked off, they got their feet stretched on your couch, and they're in your spot, whatever, whatever. And you could be fine with it because you might be hospitable, but it is still a little bit of an invasive situation, because usually if you have guests over, right, you do want them to at least announce themselves. And shout out to Rue. If Rue is okay with us reviewing part of his video as well, I did make a point about how, a lot of times people would want to know you have a dog in your house, right? They will love to see if you wear a dog sign. But it is a matter of, if you were coming.
I'm probably gonna say this many times on this live stream. You're making this about Ali. It's really not about Ali. What it's really about is you having your man in your business affairs. And that's the problem. End of discussion.
If you were coming into that home unannounced, uninvited, do people even get the chance to even really tell you that, hey, I got a dog, I need to put my dog up, or hey, let me introduce you, let me let you know what's going on? And not to compare my boyfriend to a dog, but it is a matter of, you don't know who is going to be behind a woman at all times. You don't know who is going to be in range to protect a woman at all times. Especially because in a lot of cases, most people don't like to put their business out there like that, because we know how people on the internet do.
Right.
So
Right.
it was a matter of, when did I really get the chance that wasn't during my show, that wasn't in front of my live audience, where I could have gotten to let Ali know, like, hey, there is somebody here. This is our protocol of how we run the show. He is not just,
I won't tell you when you could have did it. You could did it. You could have did it after the super panel and after ladies first. And that's when you could have did it and should have did it.
a producer or co-host. Again, if it was to come down to it, because Fatty did make a point of, why didn't you just let it be known that this is your man, that this is your beau? And
And you should have made it known. I've seen so many problems with people on YouTube getting together and it going to shit. A prime example of people on YouTube getting together is Priscilla and B. Taylor. It started out good and then it went to shit. With B. Taylor for 4 hours and 12 minutes. And if you don't believe me, go to the page right now. That that live stream is still up. That B. Taylor did on Priscilla Clark for 4 hours and 12 minutes. And then Priscilla did a 3.5 hour live stream on B. Taylor in retaliation. So basically, what I'm saying is, don't eat where you shit.
And it was a matter of, I assumed that if I just said, hey, he is a co-host, hey, he is an important figure in this show, that that would be enough. And I'll go into reasons why I assumed that. But it is a matter of, in the midst of the show, I did have three gentlemen. Again, shout out to Tommy. Tommy was one of them. Ali and Fatty. Fatty told me he shared
Oh, and by the way, fuck Tommy Sotomayor.
out the live. And again, I always appreciate any support and love that I can get. In the midst of the live going on, I am seeing Tommy in the chat. I am seeing Fatty in the chat. And I'm still trying to keep the show going. And then, yes, Ali is also in the chat. And he is also reaching out to me via Instagram. Like, hey, are you going to drop the link? Hey, can I simulcast? Hey, can I come through? Now, again, it's in the midst of the show. That was the first time that, shout out to Ali, because Ali did not violate in any way. But that was the first time he hit me up. And it was, again, during the show. So it was a matter of, I was trying to go ahead and get the goal to open up the show. And, even when it comes down to the idea of simulcasting, shout out to the big content creators, because I know that they are looking at it to go ahead and get you exposed. But it is also, I was trying to get a goal out before I opened the link, before anyone could simulcast, because we do know with the bigger content creators, a lot of times people will go over to their show to watch the same show. And when you are a smaller or growing content creator, it does hurt a little more than it does help. But again, if compensation is there in any kind of way, if reciprocity is there in any kind of way, then yeah, we can. So let me go ahead and continue playing a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get to the part where, things happen, because I want to show when we are over there at the Untouchables, yes, Ali and I do have our back and forth. And yes, we do usually have communication, but the whole issue was, this is not the Untouchables home. This is Lover Girl Confessions home, and also inside of this home, there is a man at the house. He wanted to have a good time. But what I'm saying is not promoting side chick behavior. I'm saying before this man ever got married, the girl that he was kicking it with, I'm so sorry, y'all. I got into it. Welcome in, Pixel Fang. Hello, hello. Let's see, did I get everybody? I've arrived. Listen, they say that. Welcome in, B Sneezy. Welcome in, Yoli. Thank you so much, so much. I appreciate y'all for coming.
Let me skip this along just a little bit. Here we go. Wow.
It's typically when a woman gets in her 30s, she's losing her youth. It's typically when she starts aging, her body changes, it's not looking the same way. And we all experience, it's nature, it's what we encounter. It's not something we just want to make up, it's what actually happens. Versus the man, when he gets older, he's getting into his prime, women want him more, he's becoming more established, his value goes up and her value goes down. It's nothing that we can't control. So Father Time is hard on women, but it's easy on men. But Mother Nature is easy on women, and it's hard on men. It's just
Mother Nature is easier on us.
Hold on,
And here's the problem. Ali was just putting out facts. Now, Rogue C, by her body language, got a little offended, and her boyfriend Rue saw that his lady was offended and tried to quote unquote protect this lady. Now, If you remember the whole Chris Rock Will Smith thing, that's that's basically what you got here. You basically got, you know, you basically got a guy sees this woman feeling away, and now he has to respond. That's basically what you have here. Basically, what you have here again is basically the Will Smith Oscar slot. It's basically what you got here. Let's continue.
Mother Nature is easy on women and it's hard on men. It's just Mother Nature is easier on us. Hold on, so yeah, hold on. So wait, so sir, without knowing. So usually,
Again, Rosie got offended. Her man Rue saw his lady was offended, and okay, let me change it up. Basically, in this situation, Rosie is Jada, Rue is Will Smith. That's basically what you have here. And poor Ali is Chris Rock. That's basically what happened.
and we know Rue, right? Rue doesn't really speak up too much unless it is something that actually really needs to be said. I was caught up in the conversation
Hold
again
on,
using
y'all.
comedy
Hold on.
inappropriately
Be
to,
right back, y'all.
talk about the fact that, yeah, Mother Nature is not kind of woman, the fact that we do have monthly cycles. Now, with that being said, I was not really aware of the protection matter of what Rue was actually trying to show at this point. Because it's already bad enough that people are trying to throw this label on Rue for some reason, besides the fact of he is trying to make sure that the conversation is regulated. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? But it is a matter of where I had my part to play, where, yes, knowing what he does and knowing how he doesn't really input too much, it was a matter of making sure that I let whatever needed to be said at the time be said. It was not time for me to make a comic relief type of joke. 1 second, Rue. What's up? Mother Nature is not easier on us. As a woman who is still very fertile, I promise you, Mother Nature is not easier on us. No. Hey, this last week, Mother Nature didn't have no forgiveness or no sympathy for me. Talk about a period. See how you like love girls. Which means that I'm still very youthful. Do you think you look better or know you look better at 25? What do you think? Oh no, I look terrible. At 25, I was 30, 40 pounds overweight. Youth-wise, if you were still younger now. If you're in shape, so I don't even ask, but I'm not going to ask question no more. It's always in bad faith. 25-year-old woman. You're still young, Roxy. I'm still the 25-year-old woman. Y'all know, so everybody. Okay, it's not time to show you going to Okay, so that is kind of where the friction most definitely started to get a little more escalated. The moment you say, okay, so this is the type of show that we have. Because it is a matter of, gentlemen, I can't lie to you. If there is a man in the presence of the vicinity that's always usually here, especially because earlier in the show, for those who remember, there was already an exchange with Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor came through, and I'm not too familiar because I was still in the midst of the show. And I was in my monologue, but I remember that there was a back and forth in the chat, and Rue had pretty much told Tommy, listen, if it's going to be an issue, we can go ahead and give you your money back. So for those who might not remember, Tommy ended up donating to the show. Amongst that donation, he also gave his phone number in a matter of, okay, we can work together, chop it up, whatever. Now, of course, when that donation was given, I made sure to tell Rue. So Rue was very much aware of the donation that Tommy had given. Now, this is not to judge anyone's reputation because we already know how this space moves along. But at the time, it was seeming that, Tommy wasn't happy at the time that I had not come to the show or I had not reached out to work with him. And it wasn't a slight against him. It was just, again, there is something about just making sure that I am formally invited to places because I never wanted to be seen that I'm trying to put myself onto people. And again, I'm also thinking in the name of supporting what I'm building over here, that there are no strings attached to the donations that I am getting. Now, with that being said, Rue, understanding whatever was happening in the chat, did pretty much tell Tommy, yo, if you want your money back, you can have it. So I'm assuming at this point, and again, it's all of my assumptions, which is why I'm going to go ahead and take accountability about the way that things played out. I'm assuming that when people are seeing Rue coming up before the link is dropped, before anything else is dropped, that there is something a little more like, oh, okay, this person kind of has a little more pull.
Now, Rosie, you know the old saying about when you assume right, an ass out of it, right?
Than just the average viewer or the average mod, right? So with that being said, without thinking that I should have continued to further out my situation with him, I'm just thinking, okay, people are seeing these things and they can kind of read the room, read between the lines and all that kind of stuff, right? And I didn't get to say hi to everybody. Sorry about this, y'all. Welcome in, Robin. Great to see you, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Y'all, if you have not subscribed, please make sure that you are subscribed. I would greatly appreciate you. Let's see. Danny has said something. You said something about expectations that I wanted. Let's see. Expectations of others will leave you expecting more. I get that, and I am learning that as, time goes by. Let's see. The hardest part about watching new podcasters is watching them live through body language. I mean, that's fair if you feel like that's happening. Let's see. I want to make sure I said hi to everyone. Welcome in the Luxury Bucket.
And here's the thing about body language. Body language always tells the truth. Whether you like it or not, body language always tells the truth.
Liz, thank you so much for joining us again. Let's see. Welcome in, Exobria. Thank you so much for your comment. Let's see. Usually women say ish like their old man repeated because they are forbidden to even ask. Lady Quantum, I promise you. Trigger statements for clout is childish. Okay, let's see. Welcome in, Leo Anthony. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome in, Tony Golden. Again, y'all can say he could have introduced himself. Again, usually
And he should have
when you come into
introduced
someone else's
himself.
home.
And truth of the matter is, I agree with Tony Golden. He should have introduced himself. And to be honest, the pit bull need to be kept on his leash.
You introduce yourself to the people that you're coming into the home of, right? But I understand not everybody is, brought up the same way, so I understand where things can be a little different. Welcome in, Riaz. Thank you, bro, for joining us. I hope you're having a great day. Let's see. Just want to make sure I got everybody. Hold on, y'all. Forgive me. I did also pin the Cash App. Please feel free if you are in a place of being able to donate. That would be great. He's tagged in the description, but feel free if you want to share out the post. Welcome in, Mahogany. Hello, my love. And see, Robin, that was kind of the issue at first anyways, because the talking points were already kind of played out, irritating, and everything else.
Of course, sisterhood-minded women would hate the talking points of Ilkhan Ali. No surprise there. But was he lying or was he telling the truth? That is the question.
Like I said, El Boogie, we'll probably have that conversation another day because we do need to, have these conversations. And I'm more than happy to have them. Did I get everyone? Welcome into 518, Josh. Let's see. That is fine, Josh. It's not for you, so you don't have to really worry about it, right? Let's see. And see, that's the whole situation that it was, Robin. Welcome in, Keon. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. I just want to make sure I get everybody. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all be typing in here. All right. Welcome in, Sheila. Thank you so much. Shout out to Sheila E. Thank you so much for joining. Y'all, I'm not trying to diss anyone. I think I'm all caught up. Okay. So let me go ahead and get to this part so I can explain where some of the confusion was for me as well.
Hold on.
Just my bad. I cut you off too, though. I'm gonna tell you, when you was talking. No. Time out. When I'm talking, man, you shut the fuck.
And that's where everything went to hell. When the pit bull went off his leash. That's when everything went to hell.
Oh, hold up. No, right there.
So I should have gone ahead and gotten into this sooner. Again, usually when the men are kind of having their
Way
back and forth
sooner.
on the panel, usually they kind of work themselves.
Way sooner, Roxy. Look, look, look at me, Roxy. You should have gotten in there way sooner than what you did. Let's continue.
Out. I should have went ahead and got involved. At the time, I was talking to my little one, and then when I came back, it was kind of at this point already hell had broken loose. And instead of doing my job as a host, I did just try to see, okay, can the men kind of just work this out because they're men, and I'm not.
Sometimes the men cannot work it out.
Not gonna lie, in most case scenarios, we do know that this is a very male dominant space. So I'm assuming when, and again, here's that word again, I'm gonna keep making sure that I stress that I am not right for assuming anything. But assuming that when men know that another man.
You can't assume nothing in this space. In the space that you're in, Roxy, you cannot assume anything.
Is kind of standing, 10 toes down in a situation, that they kind of know, okay, this woman who I usually see by herself is really not by herself, right? But that was my ill knowledge about how social cues work, especially when we're online.
So I'm gonna get on to it. I'm gonna get into what you're saying. You know I was talking, bro. See, when you on
And Fatty is gonna point to where all three of them effed up a little bit later, where Rosie effed up, where Rue effed up, and where Ali effed up a little bit later.
Hold on, gentlemen. One, Rue is technically a co-host, so hold on.
So the co-host, okay, that's it. So I did it. So when I tell you,
okay. So the issue that I had with the whole situation of when I introduced Rue as a co-host, because again, it really wasn't anyone's business to know that Rue is my man, and it.
Wrong, Rosie. Wrong. If you have just a working relationship, that's different. But you have a working and personal relationship with this person, that right there creates a whole totally new dynamic that respectfully I don't believe you understand. Respectfully. It's one thing if it was business. But when you're putting personal and business together, a lot of stuff can get real muddy. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Know that Rue is my man, and it is kind of, invasive when everybody wants to know, well, why didn't you introduce him as your man? Because that's not what the show is about. And again, the space had outed us.
Again, I understand that that's not what the show is about. But if that dynamic is there, Roxy, you must address the dynamic. I understand you want to keep your private life private. I get it. But if this dynamic has destroyed and made platforms, and right now, with the way that Rue is, I gotta give it to you, give you the harsh truth. Rue could be the downfall of your platform. I'm just being brutally honest. Rue is not best for business. It's just that cut and dry.
The space had outed us. We hadn't really been to the position where we're just like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and just tell the world what we are. And it wasn't out of shame. It's again knowing how the space moves, especially the space that we're in. But with that being said, there have been times, right? Shout out to the ladies first panel. Shout out to Melanin Legacy. Melanin Legacy is very much known as the co-host. When I first got over there, I did not know that Melanin was technically the co-host, right? I assumed, because it was my first time at Lady First, that we were all just the women of the show and that the show was still Batty and Ali's. So there were times in my first couple of times my first time going there, that Melanin and I had nothing crazy, just little moments, and it was told to me, oh no, Melanin is the co-host. Cool. Okay, I understand now. So when Melanin is talking, I shut up. When Melanin is talking, there's no need to go back and forth. Now, if we're just having a regular back and forth conversation for the sake of the show, absolutely. But outside of that, Melanin is the co-host. So what she says goes because she is the runner of the show. Which is why, in the same assumption that I believe, once I acknowledge that Rue is the co-host, that would be enough. Especially because, again, prior to the conversation with the whole situation with Tommy and giving his money back, we had already established that Rue was not just a mod. Rue was not just anybody. He is, de facto owner of the show. Because, yes, Rue had...
Owner of the show. How can he be the owner of the show when the show is supposed to be your show? Are you telling me that you basically handing over half control of your show to a boyfriend? Is that what I'm hearing right now? Wait a minute, hold on. Is that what I'm hearing right now? That you're giving control of half your show to a boyfriend? Okay, do you?
Because, yes, Rue has supported me through the show. Rue supports me with my content creation overall. He gives me back and forth. He gives me...
Now, I do understand that you've had your platform for like, give or take, 6 to 8 months. So, has he had half ownership the whole entire time? Or it's just something new? Just curious.
additional information that I can go and look into. And we have a lot of just conversations about what we're doing and how to do this. Rue has been a veteran in this space much longer than I have ever been here. So he is very much aware of how things should go and how to do proper protocol and how to really properly present myself. So I appreciate everything that he gives and every advice that he gives me, and the fact that he is protective in the manner of, when it comes down to your show, not only are you going to protect it because this is your show, but I got your back. And I'm not understanding what the issue is, because is that not what a man is supposed to do? Is that not what a man is supposed to be as a protector, right? So I understand where I did not play it correctly all the way. But again, as a man, as my man, his only interest at heart is to make sure that the show that I'm creating is seen the way that it needs to be seen, and it is not derailed in any kind of way. And again, I can't fault him for that, which is why the show today is about not undermining your protection.
Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. No, listen what I'm saying. I don't need nobody interrupting me right now.
Okay, look, I try to come support the show.
Let's keep it respectful, though. I don't need nobody thinking that they're going to come up here and run the conversation. I would give it back to you.
Hold on. So So it's a matter of, at that point, instead of de-escalating it, it is a little bit of a shaming situation because you are trying to say that you're trying to support the show. You were coming here to support the show, and it's a matter of you are very much appreciated for coming through and trying to support and just come through. And you're more than welcome. He is still to this day more than welcome to come through. It's just a matter of that there are protocols in this show. This is not the Untouchables, and that there are protocols here, and there is somebody above the rest of everyone else. And again, it's a little frustrating because the talking point of the space is women don't listen, women don't follow the lead of a man, women don't when it comes down to men. And if at this space there is a woman here who is following the lead of her man, what are you expecting her to do? Yes, sir.
Okay, that music got loud.
Just too loud?
A little bit, yeah.
And this right here is when the pit bull, aka the boyfriend, shows up.
Go for it.
All right, let me know. Let me know if you hear me clear.
Say something.
Can you hear me? I'm good.
You're good.
All right, so I'm up because I see Ali. He's in the chat right now, right? So let me make this very clear, real quick.
And Ali was going ape shit in the chat. In case y'all were wondering.
The issue, from what I'm hearing from what Fatty was talking to you yesterday, last night, was about why you just didn't tell people up front that you had a man, right? They're going based on the working relationship between you and them. When you were over there on the Untouchables, when Fatty is always giving you the link and inviting you to come up, right? So I need to understand, are you ever in Ali or Fatty chat demanded a link or demanded to simulcast in the midst of them actually doing the show? Yes or no?
No.
Well, there you go. Il Khan Ali. And are you telling me right now that when Fatty, Tommy, and Ali came the last time you went live, that you was aware that they would make an appearance over here?
No.
Okay.
No one at least have reached out and let me know. No.
And that's what I thought. You and Fatty had that understanding that you guys would reach out. Now I understand that people can come into your chat, but it's one thing to come and wait.
Now, this brother here being a little bit disingenuous. And here's why I say that. Rose C made it open panel, which means if you specify open panel, anybody and everybody can come up. But they are only on panel if the host approves them. So what this guy's saying is completely disingenuous.
But it's one thing to come and the way they came and actually Fatty and Tommy is arguing and get Ali make his way inside the house or try to get into the house. And if you said that he only hit you up that day at that moment when he'd had many a time to actually contact you to see when the next time you go live, would it be okay for him?
Again, brother, she's she specified open panel on that particular live stream, which means once again anybody and everybody can come up when she approves it. What part of open panel you don't understand?
To come through, and is he good over here in your hood? So my thing is, in the case of Ali, why it took so long for you to contact her and let her know the next time you go live, Rogue, I would like to actually come to your channel, simulcast, and just join the party.
Bro, why you trying making issue out of nothing? It was an open panel. Dude, what are you talking about? It was an open panel. Now, if it was closed panel, I would understand. But if it's open panel, the only thing he had to do really was just show up. What the fuck are you talking about?
time you go live, Rogue, I would like to actually come to your channel, simulcast, and just join the party.
Okay,
Because
so he's. I don't want any confusion. Are you okay if I put the link down strictly for Ali and Ali?
Hold on. I can't when I get done saying what I'm saying because I want him to answer these. I don't want him to play for these things. I'm saying these things for a reason.
And here's another issue that I have with this rude guy. It's different. It's a difference between helping someone with their platform. It's another thing when you basically hijack the platform. And in my personal opinion, Rue has hijacked her damn platform. And I'm standing by what the hell I just said. This brother done hijack his woman's platform.
I'm saying these things for a reason.
Well, no, I was asking. Once you say what you want to say, do you want to have the back and forth?
Yes, exactly. So I don't mind. So my thing is this, though, right? My thing is this: if you know that you can contact Rogue C, why did it take so long for you to contact her and let her know you would like to actually come on her panel? Just for the fact that you, Ali, and Fatty, y'all talk about how many times you've been betrayed, been burned into space, and I can take heed to that because I know how they feel. To where you might be a little skeptical, and what I heard was you guys don't really like going to women's channels if you knew that they had an actual man because of that alone. So
No, it's not just because of that alone. It's because it creates chaos, mess, and confusion like we're seeing here. And that's why Fatty, who's going to come on in next couple of minutes, said what he says that if I come up on a female platform and I know she got a man, no, I'm not doing that because it can create chaos, it can create confusion, it can create lies. I understand why Fatty said what he said because it creates mess like we're seeing here. And to be honest, I really don't blame Fatty for having that position.
his channels, if you knew that they had an actual man because of that alone. So if a woman having a man is something that you are very much concerned about, why would you not, Ali, contact Rogue C before you decide to want to come into her house? Why not already contact her?
Again, brother, are you forgetting that it was open panel? Do you not understand the concept of open panel, which means anybody and everybody can come up, long as the host approves of the person, or do you not comprehend?
Before, let it be known what you would like to do and see if it's okay for you to come through to come and simulcast and hit the link and join the panel. Not be in the chat like what you're doing right now. From what I understand, Ali, you only hit Rogue C up during the time she was live doing the show, not before she did the show. So that's where you messed up on protocol right there and now, because if y'all have a working relationship, why you couldn't just contact her before like Fatty do?
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. 1 second, y'all.
Oh, again, Rue, whatever your name is, it was open panel. And I'm going to say this one more time. The concept of open panel means anybody and everybody can come up long as the host approves. Why can you not understand that?
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. 1 second, y'all. I don't want anyone trolling because again, this is not the point of the conversation. Ali, I'm hoping that you're able to have the conversation because I do feel like there was a miscommunication. And I already told you I will take the accountability of how things played out. But my assumption of things were when it comes down to protocol of certain situations that people would move accordingly. And that's all that we're expressing. It's not trying to do anything against you, towards you. There was no setup or anything. I'm just saying.
Because that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. And I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. It's nothing to argue about if you just listen. If people just listen to what I'm saying, it's nothing to fight about.
What are we lying about? I'm playing the video. There's no lies.
So here you go. Ali, I'm only speaking on the fact that, listen, no, you did not get on the panel and you was not disrespectful, right? All right, if you want to use this, when I came on the panel, was I disrespectful? No. Ilkan Ali was not disrespectful when he was on the panel. The disrespect was this. How you approach this situation, right? And you may not want to accept this, but understand what I'm trying to tell you. The fact that you never hit a Rogue C prior to her going live, and this was the first time you was trying to come over, from what I saw, to actually want to come and do a simulcast, let alone do a live stream and join the conversation. You only hit her up during the midst of her being live the last time she was live, right? Why you couldn't hit her up before? If you know that you've been burned in this space, people have played games with you and Fatty in this space, why would you not make sure that you would be safe if you're going to come around, right, to actually join a panel and collab with someone, right? Now, you guys work in relationship based on Rogue C being on the Untouchables panel. It's always invite by Fatty to Rogue C. Rogue C is not crashing the party the way you guys did. And even though you crashed the party, fine, you crashed the party. You guys' concern is this. Why you didn't tell us you had a man, though? So you coming at her like as if she just had to tell everybody she got a man. As a matter of fact, she told you guys she got a man. I've heard her speak on your panel that she got a man. She spoke on somebody else's panel and said, yeah, I got a man. So you know that she had a man, though, right? But maybe you didn't know he was in YouTube or he was on panels. I got you. The point I'm saying is that you've had time to actually hit her up. If you was going to come through, to come and join, if you were so concerned about if a woman got a man, why you, as a man who's coming to another person's territory, why you didn't make sure you would be good to come through? So you need somebody to put up a beware of dog sign. For what if you're not coming in with bad intentions? All you had to do when you did come up, Ilkan Ali, was simply introduce yourself, since you didn't know who I was or you didn't know nobody. It wasn't for us, for Tony Golden listening. It wasn't for nobody to introduce themselves to Ali. Who do he think he is when it comes to that? Because respectfully, me being a Southern gentleman, when I come into a house, when I come into a room and people already sitting down, I speak first. Protocol. I don't expect for people to speak to me like I'm that dude, even if I am that dude. So Ali, not being the first time being on Rose C panel, he could have simply introduced himself when Rose C gave him the mic. But no, he was so ready to go and speak to her about what she was saying, to where he couldn't even get a chance to say, hey, who up here? How y'all guys doing? Hey, what's up, Mo Love? What's up, Will the Win? Who the brother right here? Hey, Rue, how you doing? Rue, how you doing? How you doing? My name Ali. What was so wrong with doing that? And
So,
why did it seem... Hold on, talk to me.
I'm sorry. So, Fatty is also in the chat. Welcome in, Fatty.
Shout out to you, Fatty.
Do you want to go ahead and have Ali and Fatty come up?
I am going to have Ali... Hold on. You don't have to ask me that. No, you don't have to ask me that, because I told you guys when I get done saying what I'm saying, most definitely you gentlemen can come up. The issue when I'm seeing with Fatty and Ali, you guys are saying you don't understand why Rose C couldn't just say you had a man. Why was that even important for her to have to say that? If you guys would have followed the protocol and let it be known to her that you guys wanted to come through, to come and chop it up with her, and if you were so concerned about who got men or not, why you guys didn't ask, hey, is it good in your hood? And will I be safe over there where you at? Is there some rules I need to follow? Why you guys just couldn't do that? I'm not done, Ro. I'm trying to get to understand. Why you just simply couldn't just say, okay, me and Ali been burned. We've been the people folks have betrayed us. This haven't been an easy ride with us though. So therefore, we know we can help people channel grow. We know how to put folks on, right? So why would YouTube now understand that, hey man, I need to be more cautious in where I'm stepping into? If I'm going into foreign territories, even though it's a co-worker of mine, right? Somebody who I work with, but I've never been to their actual channel. So for my very first time, if I want to actually get on a panel, why can't I notify them beforehand, before they even go live, to let them know to look for us, man, because we might be coming through later on. And is it good though? Because is it anything that we have to worry about for while we're coming through? I guess if we're going to benefit your channel, you can't get me to believe that a Fatty and Ali who's been doing this for a long time don't take precaution for the fact that you guys have been burned by the space. That you don't take precaution that when you're dealing with new people, that you need to make sure that you would be safe in dealing with these new people by getting an understanding. Because I do know for a fact that Rogue C would have told you, gentlemen, hey, this guy named Rue over there who I talked to, that's my guy. And yeah, he's the guy who's gonna regulate things. No matter how big of a name you are, if you come up, you have to respect him. He's the man of the house. This is his territory.
4754.
We would not be at this point though if Ali would have simply let it be known that he wanted to come and do what he wanted to do instead of doing it at the time of her going live, which is disrespectful. And even though you came on the panel, Ali, and you was not disrespectful per se, the fact that you can't even speak. Think about what I'm saying, Fatty. I want you to hear this and understand, Ali. If you acknowledge that Ali was wrong on Fatty, that he went at Rogue C with a personal statement or question and to make a general statement, then you should be able to acknowledge that, Ali, you know what? When we do go into people's houses, bro, we need to take off our shoes. We need first and foremost get an invite too, or let it be known that, hey, the next time you having something, I would like to come for the fact that I'm a big name content creator. So am I safe? Will I be getting attacked? Where you at? Is anybody going to be coming for me? And you give the person an opportunity to tell you yes or no, or this is what's going on, and give you the respect to say, hey, if you want to come or not, that's up to you.
So
You don't think, what's up?
I'm sorry, I was just wanting to answer this question. Roxy, did you ask me and Fatty to come if we could? Of course. Anytime that we do the show. And I've also had conversation with Fatty, come through whenever you can. But usually I know Fatty also says he leads a little more, just let him know a little more in advance. Because Fatty is a very busy man. I assume the same thing. So usually I'm assuming since we aren't all on the same type of, I go live, I try not to go live and step on anyone else's toes, especially with you all, that I know you guys are busy. So usually I'm thinking that, okay, if they are going to let me know that they're going to come through, I can at least tell them, like, hey, this is what goes on at Lover Girl Confessions. The first time that you guys showed up, I never really got a chance to really introduce you to Lover Girl Confessions, right? So that's all that's being said, and I need you gentlemen to understand that, yeah, I appreciate everything that you guys allow, and, I come over there, I introduce myself. I make sure that I never try to step on toes, even when we have our jousts and our back and forth. I try to make sure that I respect what the house is, the house rules, especially when I go over there. So that's all we're saying is a matter of we never really got the chance to let you all know house rules here.
And that's pretty much it. So when they in the chat now still saying, it's like, am I not clear on what I'm saying or what? Now hold on. I just want to make sure. Now hold on, Rosie, before you continue. Let me know if I'm still good and you can hear me clear.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Am I not clear on what I'm saying about rules and regulations and protocols that, hey, when you guys, even though you guys work together, are you, Fatty, are you telling me that Rosie, that you're not inviting Rosie to come onto your actual platform? That she just coming over? And my thing is, I would like to have a conversation with Rosie if you're just putting yourself on people and no one's inviting you to come through. Yes, all right, you've said it to Ali. I've heard you say it to Ali and Fatty, whenever y'all got time, come through, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not even the point, though. So when you come through, and now you get a chance to come in, why you just cannot speak to the people if you don't know the people on the panel? That's the whole point. The issue for why Ali and Fatty is saying with Rosie, why you didn't tell us you had a man? She let you into the house, but why you guys couldn't speak when you came to the house? And then you would have understood if you would have told to me, I would have told you, I'm Rue, I'm her man, how you doing? That's what I'm thinking is unfair though, because they're trying to make it sound as if you deceived them. And I know you didn't because you've explained to both of them that you do have a man. Now, whether they believed you or not, that's their problem. But to make it seem like it was unfair because now when Ali get a chance to come through, he was going to just talk directly to you before he even said anything to anybody else. And I'm looking like, okay. I know this is what they do. But hold on, man. Is this dude not aware? Do he have situational awareness that, okay, man, I am in a new territory?
Hold on real quick. I'm sorry.
Talk to me.
It's not damage control. It is looking at the learning lesson that all this is, Ali. I even said, I don't know when you came into the actual point of the show. If you go back, I said all this in the beginning. Again, it's not anything against anybody except the fact that this is a learning situation. I am a smaller, new YouTube channel. My whole relationship got outed, not by any other thing besides that was the fact that I trust the wrong people.
So
I'm just saying.
Sweetheart, let's hold on. You don't have to. Hold on. I got it. So I'm listening to what Leon Anthony saying. He's saying, Rue, you're messing up the Rose relationship being protected. Is this messing up? So Fatty Ali, is this messing up her relationship with you guys when it comes down to wherever y'all guys doing like debates and super panels? Is this messing up because I'm telling you guys respectfully to respect her house when you guys come over here, like she respects you guys' houses? I just want to know, is this messing up? Because Fatty, you agreed that I did the right thing with Tommy Sotomayor with giving him his money back, because I understand Tommy for however many years I've been dealing and seeing this guy for years on here, that to nip it in the bud that, hey, you know, you can't play with my woman like that. You don't have to use, you say what?
I'm just showing you this. No, you're.
Okay, no. We gonna let Fatty. I'm gonna let him go one by one. I don't want both of them at the same time. I don't want to deal with the. No, we can't do that. So, Fatty, you agree with me, dog, that I did the right thing. And Rosie, you know what your man took up for you? He defended you because he got you out of a situation that could have put you in a lot of trouble dealing with Tommy, because Tommy was going to use the fact that he gave you his number and $100 to mention why you haven't came over. He's already lying, saying that you was telling Fatty that he was trying to work with you and all that kind of stuff, which wasn't the case. So you agreed that I did the right thing in saying, nah, man, here go your 100. And if what you're doing has strings attached, it's not good for my woman, then you can keep this, though. And I'm trying to see, when it comes down to Ali and Fatty, is what I'm doing right now, is this going to mess up your relationship with Rose C right now when it comes to you inviting her to come back to a super panel? I just want to know that. Because I don't think, now if you talk to any man, though, I don't think a man would disagree with me, though. Like if the issue is why you didn't tell us that you had a man and you find out that she got a man, what is the problem though when a man's setting the rules when you come over here? I'm not setting the rules for you guys' house. So when Rose C go to you guys' panel, she got to follow your rules. I'm saying when you come over here though, I'm trying to see, am I wrong for saying it's rules you must follow? Come in, take your shoes off, you speak. Hey, she's the host. You don't overtalk her because you're a man. This is a male-dominated center. I am her man, though. I am very much formidable enough to really get people off of her, most definitely. So if that's being overprotected, am I wrong, though, when I know the tendencies of men? Well, I'm setting the rules now. I think that's what the issue is, Ali, is the fact that you just didn't think that it was rules for you to follow just off of you being a mature man, right? A gentleman yourself, right? That was supposed to be rules for you to follow when you walk into a new territory. So let me ask you though, now I will let you come up. As a matter of fact, let Ali come on up.
Well, Fatty, I was trying to say Fatty wanted to come up first.
Let Fatty come up first. And then Ali come up second. And rules will be applied when they come up. Hold on for a second.
Oh, hold on.
Go ahead.
All right, Patty, I'm sending it to you first, and then Ali, after Patty, I will send it on the Instagram as well. And again, y'all, please, in the chat, please be respectful. We are really just trying to actually come to an understanding at this point. It is not damage control. It is not anyone I've taken accountability on both Fatty's show and here. All it is being said is there was a misunderstanding that needs to go ahead and be regulated. It's simply as that. Hold on. Welcome, Patty.
Hey,
how you guys doing?
How you doing, Fatty?
I'm doing awesome. How about you?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So, two things that we need to separate first, right? The reason you treat Tommy different than Ali is because Tommy is actually trying to get your girl. Ali is not. Tommy actually wants to get your girl. So you put boundaries on and you set parameters because you don't want him to think that he can come here and send $100 with a number attached and have access to your woman. You as a man have to put your foot down. Not neither Ferry or Ali ever talk with Roxy, nothing that was not how the panel is going to be, what time it needs to be there, and all that. We keep it extremely professional. There's no kikim, kakai, no nothing. So I'm not expecting you to treat Ali the same way that you treat Tommy. Do you disagree with that?
So hold on, I disagree with the fact that you're using that if Tommy's trying to get with her on some romantic or sexual thing and not Ali, the approach is the same when it comes to Tommy trying to talk to her and it's no good intention behind it, right? If Ali's coming to her territory and he's not speaking to the people he don't know, that's not good intentions. Other than that, it's two different things. Yes, one romantic, one not. The approach is the same. The approach is simply, why couldn't Ali come up? And if he didn't know anyone, why not speak? If he know he's in a new territory, and even though this is his colleague, he's in her home. Why couldn't Ali just show the courtesy of her home? That's it.
What did he do?
Why he didn't speak to the people for the fact
What did he do? He said, hello, guys. What did he do exactly?
He just went, you want to play it back? Kate, play it back. He just went straight to talking to Rose C. He didn't speak to nobody else. Fatty, listen. He did not speak to no one else. He just went speaking straight to Rose C.
Because Roxy is the host of the show and he's the person that he knows. He doesn't know y'all.
I agree. So why not? So you have to know people to come in and speak?
So let me actually explain what
Fatty.
I'm answering.
Fatty,
I'll answer.
When you walk into someone's home, do you have to know everyone to speak to them?
No, I know the host, and I'm going to tackle what the host says. SH can tell you the same thing. Red Lipstick Vibes can say the same thing. Nino can say the same thing. Cammy can say the same thing. Matter of fact, Roxy was on Cammy chat talking with Cammy without talking with us. And it's fine. She's there to support Cammy. She doesn't have to come up and say, I am Roxy, I Ferry, I Ali. It's an open panel.
Fatty, was that Cammy channel? Was that your channel?
No, there's Cammy channel.
Okay, so everybody got rules then. So in the case of over here, these are rules. If Cammy rules, hold on. If it's your channel, then you have the right to say what you're saying right now. Okay, Rosie, when you come over here, speak to everybody. If Cammy is not requiring that, then that's different. So if Ali is going to Cammy's channel, then he don't have to speak to nobody. Over here, when you come into Rosie home and you're brand new, you speak to everyone.
Y'all said that? Who decided? Who told Ali for him to present himself and tell what he like? Who said that?
You're right. See, that's the
and that's where I said I messed up. That's where I said I messed up. I don't know why it's being said in the chat that I never said I messed up. I have said multiple times, and I even said it on your panel, Patty, that I messed up. That is why I even said when I was playing the video originally, in multiple cases where Rogue C and my assumptions messed this up. There's really no issue between Ali, Rue, anything like that. And that's why I'm just making sure it's not, again, damage control. This isn't something that should be damaged in the first place.
No, sure. But why is he saying that Ali did something when you are telling we didn't give Ali these instructions? Let's assume that you have to take...
Why Ali? Hold on, Fat. No. Why Ali did, like how you always hit the row C? Now I can give you this, Fatty. Now listen.
I can't explain it.
No. Let me say it.
No, I can explain it.
No, Fatty. I'm gonna say it for the record.
Go ahead.
Now here you go. You always give, out of professional courtesy, you always give row C an opportunity. You either ask her, can you come to ladies first, or the super panel, or the debate? You give her a chance to respond to you, so you know what it's like to notify someone days before something, right? Before you just jump in, right? So the thing was this. Ali, all you guys will follow her on Instagram. The part that's making me confused is that why Ali simply, if he knew he wanted to come over one day and simulcast, why did he do all that during the time when she was live talking about something else and he didn't give her beforehand, right? A notification. Hold on, Fat, let me get out. Why he can just simply say, Rogue, the next time you go live, since I haven't been to your channel, the next time you go live, is it okay for me to come over? Can you tell me the rules for the fact that I'm coming to your territory? Can you tell me the rules simply because I am coming to your house? What is the rules of your house? Because I would like to come and have fun and come join the party at your house. Could you tell me what I need to be aware of? I've been burned on YouTube. I don't want to get burned by nobody else. Can you tell me, am I safe in your hood, right? That was for Ali. That was for Ali to simply let that be known that he wanted to come through and simulcast and hit the link. That's the only issue. Now, go ahead.
Hold on, 1 second, Patty, and I'm gonna let you go. Ali, I need y'all to understand, before Rue came up here, before Fatty came up here, before Ali got into the chat, I expressed all of this, and I expressed where it was my fault and my bad. I've expressed all of this. So I'm trying to let you gentlemen know where me as the host, I dropped the ball.
You did.
It's not about you having to understand anything besides the fact that, yes, this is a miscommunication. It is no hate. There's no anything.
Heavy
When I come into someone's house,
miscommunication.
I like to introduce myself. Fatty, whenever we are behind the scenes, before the show gets started, while we're waiting on people, is that not something I do?
Absolutely, but there's not a rule. If you don't say hello to nobody, I am calmed down until 5 minutes before the show because I kind of don't want to talk with anybody. I'm not that type of person. Ali is more talkable and all that, and he put you comfortable. You present yourself and say hello. I'm Roxy. How you doing? How can I find you? But this is not a requirement, and nobody actually told you to do that. You can do it if you want to.
But see, this the issue.
That's why I
This
said
the issue,
it was
right? Hold on, Rosie. This the issue right here. Fatty, what you're saying is that you don't understand why Rosie couldn't tell you that she had a man, though. This is the issue. And if you guys are saying that the issue is, I would like to know, do you have a man before I step into your territory? Then it's for you guys to ask this woman, do you have somebody that I would have to actually speak to while I come around you? Other than what you're saying, I want you just Fatty, before you continue. Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm still here, y'all.
If my issue with you is, or if my issue with a woman is, I just want to know if you got to do it. Because I don't want to be sidetracked. I don't want to be backdoored. I don't want to be hurt or harmed. I want to know what's going on in your territory before I walk into that. If that's one of my issues, then it's only on me now to make sure when I'm dealing with people, I need to get that understood. What do you have going on over there where you at before I come over there where you at? Because I would like to come and join you one day. Now, if you guys don't care about, quote unquote, if she got a man, if she got shooters, bodyguards, pit bulls, and Rottweilers around her, then you don't have to make like as if she's wrong for not telling you about that.
Yes,
that's all I'm saying. So, can you address the hold on?
I can address both of the things that you said. I can address. I'm going to address the first one because y'all didn't address me in this one, right? Y'all assume a lot. Right? Y'all are asking us to ask y'all questions about how things roll, but you are not asking no questions of how we roll. So let me explain you the first part, right? I invite Roxy in advance because I don't do open panels. My panels are closed for a year. I don't allow people to click on the link randomly and come up and stuck up the place. I don't like open panels. It bothers me. I don't like the bounty game, so I don't do open panels. Roxy gets an invite in advance because Fatty only does closed panels. Now Ali does open panels. So what Ali does is, if Roxy's in the chat and she disagrees with Ali, he says, Roxy, you can pull up, double stream to your platform so you can make a little bit of money and you can get your watch hours and challenge me. Ali thought that since Roxy was asking for money to do an open panel, the same rules apply. He didn't invite it in advance.
Hold on.
You're going to interrupt me? Okay, we got it.
No, I'm going to interrupt you on this. Did Ali donate the money to order for open link? Because I thought Mo Love.
It's irrelevant.
Hold on. No. Listen, Fatty. It took for Mo Love to give her the rest of the money to open her panel.
It's irrelevant.
Hold on. It is relevant because you're saying what you're saying, right? Is that he does open panels. So if she was in his chat, he'll ask her to come up, right? But in the case over here,
how's that relevant?
He clearly see that, okay, I am going to drop the link, but I do need this to reach a goal in order to open the panel. Did Ali give her the actual goal in order to be able to do what he was doing?
Now is that relevant?
It's relevant because it makes sense, though. If he was the actual one who's the reason why the panel is open, it could be a little different now when it comes to now he's up here. Let me show you what I mean. It can be a whole lot different now because I gave you the $20 to be able to come up here. Now, maybe me and you can speak one-on-one, though, for a little bit and do our little back and forth. But that was not the case. It took for a woman named Mo Love to give the rest of the money to even get the panel open. Ali, the issue I'm having with Ali is simply, why are you hitting her up during the live stream when you've had many opportunities to hit her before if you ever wanted to come through?
Why is that an issue? It's open panel.
Respectfully, man. We have no idea what y'all have going on. We saw Roxy online. She was live. I was in the chat commenting. Ali was in the chat commenting. She was saying there's going to be an open panel. And Ali asked, hey, I'm with my kids. I'm with my family. If there's going to be open panel, I'm going to go on my desk. Then I'm going to pull up and double stream. What is the problem?
I agree. The problem is this, though. if you guys are saying why she didn't tell you she had a man, for why now when I started getting at Ali, that's the issue you did.
Why does that bother him so much? I'm not understanding. Why does somebody asking your girl why didn't she broadcast that she has a man bother you so much? That's weird.
Yesterday on your live stream is.
So now you're moving the conversation again.
Hold on, I'm not moving the conversation though, right?
Yes, you are. Can we stay on the panel?
I gotta say it, Fatty. I gotta say it. Alright?
So that was
No, hold on, Rogue. This is the issue right here. Fatty, I have appreciated.
And this dude, whether Rogue C cares to admit or not, done hijack her whole damn platform.
Everything you've done for my woman.
I don't care about that. Go straight to the point, please.
So we get to the point though. You gotta still show the respect though, no matter what.
Okay, let me go on mute. Go ahead. Let me go on mute.
Here you go. So go on mute. Here you go. So it don't matter what you're talking about right now. The fact that it's rules for you to follow. She was actually doing a live stream. Ali said, "Yeah, I'm gonna come up. Cool. Then you come up. The issue is for the fact that you guys are saying, well, why you didn't tell me you had a dude, right? Now, when I come back and say, well, why you didn't ask her if she had a dude, let alone why you didn't even speak to the people when you came up on the panel, so therefore you'd have known that I was her dude because I would have introduced myself to you right there now. The fact that you walked into this house, yes, I don't give a goddamn what you're saying. You owe it to the people who's already there to speak to them, or don't be surprised with whatever happens. So that means if somebody run up on you and check you or escort you out, there's no need for you to look at the host and say, well, damn, why in the hell you... I don't know but who this dude rap? You coming in disrespectful at that point, no matter if you just came in and sit down and chill. The fact that you want to know, do you have a man? I'm supposed to already want to know that and ask you that before I even come into your house. Not all of a sudden, here you say you had a man a while back, and then I come and see you really got one, and I'm tripping about, well, why in the hell this... Hold on, why you didn't tell me you had a man, Rosie? What the hell's going on? Why this guy cutting me off? And you going back and forth with a man to where she's not going to side with you. This is
that a question? Is it a question or a statement?
Fatty, I'm just talking out. That's the issue. So you go ahead and talk. Go ahead.
Let me explain what it is.
All right, go ahead.
Sir, nobody, like on my team, nobody wants Roxy, man. Like nobody's after her. No, please, let me explain to you. We are not romantically after her.
Why is that even a
Let
point?
me explain what it is. When somebody asks, do you have a man, they usually go to the romantic side. You should have told me that you have a man. What the untouchables actually are telling is, you should tell us that this person that is above you is on the panel so we can move accordingly. And now I don't have to scream at you when you have to scream at me just so I can have to call Ali after the show and say, Ali, there was not just, you're going to do that again? I'm going to do it again. You got it.
Yeah, go on mute. Fatty, if you guys' issue wasn't Rogue C not telling you that she had a man, then everything you said made sense. That's what I'm saying. Everything you saying is making top.
That's not the point. No, that's not the point.
So my thing is, if it's not romantic,
can you let me explain the point?
No, let me say.
Bro, let me explain the point. You didn't get the point.
Fatty, is for the record. There's no need for you to even say, don't nobody want your woman. There's no need for you to say,
that's not what I'm saying. You didn't get the point.
Rue is going a million miles a minute right now. The dude's just like an Energizer bunny. He just keeps going and going and going and going. And it just don't know when to stop.
You didn't get my point.
This is what it sounds like, Fatty.
Can you let me finish and then correct, please? I'm asking you, can you let me finish and then you correct me?
And you do the same thing. Understand what I'm saying, though, right here. If you don't care, if you're not romantically interested, I understand it might be the case. Then why does it matter if she got a man anyway?
Let me explain that.
Oh, no. Explain that part right there.
Let me explain it.
I'm getting it out one more time so we all know for the record.
No, I know what you said. Let me explain it. I heard you first time.
Go ahead, explain to me right now.
Let me explain that. Cammy has her dad around us. Reed's dad. And for us to make sure we don't step on her dead toes, we Cammy, tell this person that this is their dad, it's your dad. So I don't have to go crazy at him, and now I'm literally going against their dads. If you have somebody that is your family, your dad, your loved one, your man, we need to know that that man is Reese's dad, father of Reese God Cammy, so we don't go crazy at him. The same way, yo, let me finish, please. Let me finish.
Go ahead, man.
So if Reese dad is checking Fatty, and I'm like barking back, hey man, why you letting me? Why you letting me? Hey, Rue, you have to let me finish, man.
Hold on, Fatty, because you was talking.
You keep talking. You know what? I can solve this for you. No, I can solve this for you. I can solve this for you, right? I apologize, Rue, for the inconvenience. We're not coming here back. If Roxy wants to come on our show, she's more than welcome to do. There's no punishment, no repercussion, no nothing. The Untouchables are not coming here anymore. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great show.
All right, you have a great show too. All right. So what I'm telling you guys is this, right? Based on what he just got through saying, that he want to know, could we goddamn, I guess, turn it up or whatnot, right? So we want to know if you got a dad here or a boyfriend here, because that's going to be determining if we going to be the level of disrespect we're going to show. It's not showing that you guys going to show respect, because like I said though, if it's not romantic, cool, right? If you just want to know because you tend to be disrespectful, but now it makes sense. You want to know how far can you.
The look on Rosie's face is the look on her face is for the love of God. Let's just get this over with.
Go with the disrespect. How far can I get away with the disrespect? How much disrespect can I get away with? Before I get checked. And the fact that you got a woman right here, and you thinking she could be alone and not have a man behind her, a powerful man behind her, then that's the issue. You guys just simply want to know. That's what it comes down to, you guys. Ali and Fatty just want to know when they go around to people's places, dog. Okay, how much disrespect can we get away with? How bad can we talk to you? How can we overrun you? How can we turn it up on you before somebody check us? Is there anybody who can possibly check us that's going to be around you? Because me and Ali just want to know that, because you know how we do. And if you guys ain't hear that, bro, I don't know. I'm not putting words in Fatty's mouth. He gave the example of Princess Cammy, that, hey, we want to know that your dad is around here. If you got brothers around here, let us know. Don't have us thinking we can come and disrespect you and run it up on this platform, and then all of a sudden when we get checked, we confused talking to you, talking about, well, Princess Cammy, Rosie, why you didn't tell me you had some man in his presence, dog? Like, I wouldn't have did all that. Now anybody tell me if that's not what Fatty just got through saying. Somebody just tell me right now if Fatty just didn't get through saying that, dog, that he want to know where is going to be the resistance at for when him and Ali come through. And if he realize it's going to be a man present, they might not want to come through, like he just got through saying now, right? We won't be coming back because I'm right here. Now, if I wasn't right here, guess what? They'll be coming back. The same thing Ali did for why he jumped on Rosie panel and didn't speak to nobody else and went straight for Rosie is because he thought it wasn't going to be no man presence, no defense around Rosie. He thought based on their interaction on other panels that he could come over here and do the same thing, and then when he got met with the resistance, now all of a sudden now he's like, well, why you didn't tell me you had a dude? Why you didn't tell me you had a man? And anybody who's supporting it, I would like to ask you guys, the Tony Goldens and any one of you gentlemen, I don't know you guys like that. I want to know, can somebody play with your woman like that? Can someone play with your sister like that or your mother like that, to where their intentions is coming around to see if they can get off on shit, and what man is going to check them? What shooter's going to check them? What pit bull and Rottweiler's going to check them, bro? Because they coming in obviously with bad intentions. Now, if I'm lying, somebody tell me if I'm misinterpreting what they said. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say it is a matter of, yes, I should have said this is who he is. I should have introduced people, because if I'm the host, I'm the host. So if people were not gonna do it, I should have done it. That was my fault.
But baby, sweetheart, if Tony Golden them saying I'm messing up your platform is a lover girl brand, which I don't even be on the platform like that. You made it clear that Rue, who's known for being on panels and has really been chilling and working, right? That I sit back in the cut and sit back and watch you do your thing, And when people come up, even if I'm up, I don't even say nothing for the most part. But I am going to regulate when I see men. When men come into this territory and they're going to do what men do, you got me all twisted. You think I'm going to sit down and let that ride, bro. You should know me about that. And that's the only issue I'm having for anybody who's saying I'm messing with your platform. So are you saying I'm messing up Rose C platform because if she allowed for Fatty and Ali to come and run rampant on her platform like that, even though she's respectful on their platform,
it's
that I'm messing up her platform?
Fatty and Ali. It's a matter of, I need people to understand that when there is any situation of a show and somebody who is there to protect the show, that yes, it's not even just on Fatty and Ali, which is why I keep saying that this is a learning experience because we are different people. We don't have the same mindset. We don't even have the same upbringing. So yes, as different people, there are things and ways that we need to communicate better, especially because a lot of people aren't cammed up. A lot of people aren't going to have a conversation, authentically or genuinely. So there is a lot of misinterpretation. There's no body language to read. So there is going to be some issues unless we communicate these things properly.
So you telling me, for everybody in the chat, listen respectfully, you telling me, you guys, you can be red pill, manosphere, it don't matter. She'll entertain you all. You telling me you guys can't come over and come kick it and chill without having the intentions of wanting to F it up and run it, and she's supposed to let you have it, right? And there ain't supposed to be no shooters around, no bodyguards, no nothing. Because if you saw it was men around, now all of a sudden now it's going to deter. See, this is the point I told my daughter, and I want you guys to hear me on this one. This is what I told my daughter this year. She'll be 16. You say what?
I'll be right back. Go ahead.
All right, cool. This is what I told my daughter. I said, look, sweetheart. I said, what it is about men. This is one thing I know about men, right? Men tend to go where there's no men at, right? Men want to be able to sit and plant their flag into a ground where there's no man, right? So you will wonder, sweetheart, why you might not be getting more play than this little girl next to you by these boys. It's not because you ugly. It's not because you trash, right? It's if when this boy see that you got a bunch of male protection or a bunch of male figures around you, that's going to naturally deter his bad intentions off, right? To where he'll go amongst women. And if you notice, a lot of black men do this. They go around women who don't have men around. These guys pursue women even if the woman's not good for them. But if it's a lot of loose activities going on with a bunch of women, old women, young girls, these men tend to want to go into the territories more than the women who have men around because you don't want to be accountable to a man. And you'll make it seem like, oh, that girl, you messed up your dating life because you got daddies and uncles and brothers all around you. So no boys don't want to talk to you. And the girl would end up thinking, well, is there something wrong with her? This is what Ali and Fatty, when I'm seeing is trying to do to Rose C, trying to gaslight her like as if she's wrong for having a man though right here, right? When no one ever said that these gentlemen cannot come through because there's a bunch of men come on the panel. So now what's the problem now though when you have these other men come on the panel and they know how to respect the game and they always come through, but what's the issue with Ali and Fatty to where they can't come do the same thing? What is the issue with Ali and Fatty to where these gentlemen can't come through like the other gentlemen come through and come have a healthy discussion without trying to run the panel?
I mean, at
That's
this
what I
point,
understand
it
about that.
shouldn't be any issue. At this point, it shouldn't be misinterpreted at this point. It is just a matter of we now know how things are supposed to go, at least over here at Girl Confessions, right? We now know how things are enforced over here, correct?
Yeah.
And I don't think anything that you're saying is wrong. And it's not even to say that the gentleman had any wrong intention. It is just also knowing that this is, like, not everyone's show and everyone's panel is run the same way. And it's not even just, trying to make drama for the sake of drama. Everything is a learning experience. And I think that's what people are ignoring at this point. But go ahead.
Shout out to Tay Tay. Tay Tay said, I thought these same guys wanted women to follow their man though. So what's the problem now? If listen, put Tay Tay comment on the screen real fast, if you don't mind.
1 second, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Where is she? Y'all are typing a lot. Hold on. 1 second. There you are.
There you go. I thought y'all said y'all wanted a woman to follow her man. These same guys say the same shit. These are same guys that be in this space Man, I've been in this space 10 years, dog. I know everything going on around this space. I'm just in the back chilling. You can't run no play on me, dog. These are same men who swear up and down that they have women who are combative, belligerent, don't follow their man, don't respect their man, don't do nothing with it. They always against their man. Then when you get a woman who letting it be known, I'm with my man on this, even if it's a woman you might know or you might work with, that's a problem. This is what Fatty just got through saying. We ain't come back over here because simply Fatty know he will not be able to run it the way he want to run it. Same thing with Ali. Because if them gentlemen can come over here and show respect that it is a man standing right here, bro. And y'all come on in, come have something to eat, bro. Come drink a beer. What's up? Be watching the game, bro. And know this is my house, nigga. This is my rules. How is that messing up for her? Unless you have bad intentions. And if you don't have bad intentions, so what's the problem? If a woman that y'all rock with is respecting her man, you guys supposed to be applauding her and saying, you know what? Rose is an example of somebody who stand with her man. This is what I want you guys to see. When you got a woman like a Rose C, she's going to respect her man. Whatever her man say, if it makes sense, she's most definitely is not going to combat against it. She's not going to refute nothing. If it makes sense, it's making sense. That's all. Somebody let me know right now, though, what am I saying wrong right now, dog? Any one of you gentlemen. And let me know, would you let somebody play with you, no matter how big of a name they are? Could they play with you like that? And I don't need you to fall out with Fatty and Ali to come back to this live and say, you know what, that Rue guy was right. Tell me I'm right now. Somebody let it be known right now, if I'm saying something you just really don't agree with when it's pertaining to your wife, your woman, or your children, or your family, and you see people coming around and they want to know if it's men around, because if it's men around, they gonna go their way. They going their way, right? But if there's no man around, they come in here to goddamn get on something and take advantage of something. I just want to know, man. To you, Rosie, right now, Rosie.
Yes, sir.
Because I know this is your situation, and I told you I stay out your business, I stay out your way for a reason. How do you feel about this, respectfully, though? Am I wrong as your man saying what I'm saying right now? When I gave Tommy Sotomayor money back because I know the games he played, even if he didn't begin to start playing it, I know the game to nip it in the bud up front, and even Fatty had to agree that Rue, he helped her avoid a disaster. I know how the game is played when it comes to me, and you can't tell me nothing about the man. So I want to know the Rose C. What how you feel? Go ahead, sweetheart.
At the end of the day, I'm not going to lie. As a man, if you see something that I might not see as a woman, it's always going to have to go through you first. That is what they say that women are supposed to do, because they always will say that women will walk themselves into a situation that they are unaware of. And, you know, at that time, if my man is seeing something that I'm not seeing, who am I to question him, especially if he does have the backing, especially if he has backed me up and hasn't failed me prior to.
Hey, put this comment up that James Fegan, 1929.
Who?
2 minutes ago. Go. He got a green avatar.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Welcome in, pop out. Okay, this one?
Right there. There you go. Rue is disrespectful to someone who said nothing wrong, and Rosie dropping the ball of not telling Ali, my man's the co-host, is blindsiding, right? Anybody who comes onto the platform is wrong, men or women, right? So look. I'm gonna let you respond to that. But what I'm saying is this, though, right? This is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you trying to act like she backdoored Ali to get robbed? Like she snaked Ali to get shot? And God forbid anything happening to him or anybody around, right? But why y'all trying to play like as if she did something, like she lured Ali into a trap? Why you guys don't want to put accountability on a man, though? Because I don't believe in blaming women for things that they don't deserve to be blamed for. But when it comes down to men taking action on their own, why no one can simply say, Ali, you went to this woman panel and you was about to do what you normally do on everybody's panel, bro. When nobody gonna be able to talk, you was gonna start doing all that back and forth. You was not gonna allow for a co-host or anybody to shut you the hell up and say, look.
Bro, that is you assuming shit.
Hold on for a second, we got you, and you humble yourself and respect it because you don't feel you need to be humble. Alright? Why nobody can be truthful and say, she didn't blindside you, boy? You got a woman, don't you? So what you mean blindsiding you? What was you intending on doing for why you feel like you got blindsided? That's the only time I hear the word backdoored or set up or you blindside is if you was trying to do something wrong yourself. and you didn't know it was some guns gonna be pointed towards you for why you trying to break into something? Well, how is it a blind side if I would have actually asked any one of you ladies, hey man, is it a guy you talk to? Is somebody if I'm gonna come through, but am I gonna be safe coming over? And when can you expect me to come through? Why can't I give you the disclaimer if I want to come to where you at? The issue is, Ilkan Ali could have why couldn't he just simply say beforehand, not during the time that Rose Rosie was live, why can't he never hit up and say, look, man,
all right, I need my mods. Mods, if you start seeing people just going too far, please go ahead and do what you need to do. Time them out, because again, there does not need to be any disrespect. There is not even any disrespect to the untouchables. So all of you who are assuming and talking about things like you don't know how grown people can talk, I'm gonna need y'all to fall back at that point, because two things can be true. If Rue is finding that this is something that he and I believe needs to be talked about, then we're going to talk about it. There is a situation of protocol amongst the space. That's why the space always goes to hell in the first place. Because a lot of people want to go ahead and just have the issues with people and not really have the conversation, or they want to go ahead and turn up, and it's not something that's really that big of a deal. If it is just simply as, especially with so many women content creators coming out that are saying, yo, let's be honest, as women, we want a man to go ahead and have our back, especially if he's our man, because we're not going to see everything. We don't know how men think all the time. And it's not to say that those gentlemen had any ill intentions, but it is a matter of, if you didn't, then let it be known that, hey, going forward, there is a protocol, because we know how other people play in this space. So anyone who wants to assume and wants to go ahead and say what they want to say about the conversation, y'all don't know how people can work things out. Y'all are not behind the scenes and having conversations. Right here, right now, we are looking at the situation as, I have a man who is going to protect me. That is what majority of women want. That is majority of what you all as men say that you are. So it is a matter of just simply, this is the protocol. Again, the space is a hellhole because we don't have protocol in this space, and everybody just wants a freaking free-for-all. And then when people want to be in their feelings and be mad, they want to fall out. I'm sorry if I didn't mean to.
No, this your flow. No, you did right. And like I say, I'm going to go right back into the shadows, right? After this. And like I say, you guys are welcome to come up and have the conversation with my woman, Rosie. But you're going to have to show respect, gentlemen.
Notice he had to go out of his way to say, my woman, my woman, my woman. Pay attention.
Gentlemen, you guys have been around. You know I'm not somebody who's just crashing out on everybody who come up. You know, now come on, man. I've only checked dudes who come up here with that energy. Me and Keon had an issue because he came up there with some energy I didn't like. Me and JP had a little moment because he came up with some energy I didn't like. Me and Rooster had a moment. You coming up with an energy I don't respect because it gives me perspective. It gives me, in my mind, this, you gonna come over and come do what you want to do, and you thinking you not gonna have no resistance coming towards you, bro. And that is the issue. So even in the case of these gentlemen who say that they want women to follow their men, they just want you to follow your man if he taking you to hell. That's all it comes down to.
People don't understand. My facial expressions are just because I need people to understand I don't like how things go. And that's why I speak so much about decorum and how people, I do want to bring back more class-like society. Because when I see things happen in real time, it's disappointing. When I saw what happened with Tommy in real time, that was disappointing. Even as much as I have fun over at the Untouchables, it is disappointing that the conversation cannot be had or understood, because I know how one side will love to make sure that they are understood and being heard, but when you are refusing to hear the other side, it does come off as unfair. It does come off as you just want to be seen as right, and maybe you're not always the right one. Even like I said, the intentions were not disrespectful. The intentions were not wrong. But it is a matter of, if it does rub the wrong way or it does set off an alarm, you do have to be aware of that, because if it was the other way around, they would want us to be aware of that, correct?
So look, sweetheart, so let me see something, man. I was seeing something. Hold on for a second. What somebody wrote. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry.
No.
Shout out to Black Icon. Listen, my mods. Listen, I have mods from all over the space, right? Shout out to y'all. The only thing that I'm asking of both my commenters and my mods, you don't have to be disrespectful on either way. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But outside of that, it is just, y'all, I'm just trying to bring something completely. This is not a Fight Club channel or anything like that. As much as y'all want to say the drama is brought over here, it is just simply we are trying to make sure that rules are established. And again, it's my bad. I probably should have did that the very first episode of Lover Girl Confessions, right?
Yeah. Baby girl, listen real quick, right? I don't mean to cut you. I'm going to give it back to you. I'm about to jump off. So I'm going to make it clear. Ilkan Ali, if you want to talk about disrespect, no, he was not verbally disrespectful in my house. If I went to that man's house and just walked past him.
So this is your house. But I thought the name of this channel was Lover Girl Confessions. Okay, whatever.
And I'm just getting to a woman, even if I didn't know that woman was dealing with this guy, the fact that I came into your house for one, and at this moment, it was uninvited or unannounced, right, that I was coming. And then when I get able to come into the house, I'm coming straight to a man's woman, right? And I see the man is sitting right here. And I don't acknowledge that man. That right there is to disrespect Tony Golden. I don't believe Tony Golden will allow for a man to come into his house to address anything in his house, and he's standing right there, bro. Whether you know who this man is or not, the fact that you and somebody else.
And I want to point this out. Lord, let me put my glasses on. One second, y'all. Ooh, never mind. I need to clean my glasses. Hell, I'm talking about. A Kenny Alpha was in Rosie's comments, and he said this here. Y'all need to squash this. Here's my take. This here can be squashed. But can this be squashed with Rue being in the middle? Hell no. Look, long as Rue is in the middle, this here will not be squashed.
Else's house, and you feel you don't acknowledge the man, you can play like you being disrespectful to that, right? That's disrespectful right there, right? Because you act like, oh, I don't see this nigga, fuck him. I mean, excuse me, forget him. I don't see him. So you cannot, my bad, he go $10, I got $10. So even if you want to play that, oh, I don't even see your man, I don't see him, then you cannot cry if you get punched in your shit. You can't get cry, 15, you can't cry if you get pistol whipped. You can't run back to Fatty and cry about that. Just because I didn't say nothing verbally, your gestures was disrespectful.
Really, nigga? Why did Rue in that moment sound just like Tommy? Notice in that moment, Rue sound just like Tommy. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Your gestures was disrespectful. And no man would allow for you, Ilkan Ali, to do that in their house for real, though. So I don't know why guys are pretending like they siding with you when they know you're clearly wrong. You're clearly wrong, bro. Okay, you didn't know Rosie had a man. You didn't know he was this close, right? But the way you went in there, even though you didn't say nothing verbally disrespectful, you went in and you didn't even speak. You didn't say nothing. You just kept on talking and do what you normally be doing on everybody else's panel. And then when a man checked you for that, now all of a sudden you run proud of Fatty about that, right?
Bro, if you see people being disrespectful, you got a wrench raw. So, like I said, mods, if it becomes disrespectful to the point where it's not even cool, y'all know what to do. Y'all know how I rock.
So this is just what it is, though. You coming in and you not.
I gotta pause this. Um, and the reason I'm pausing it because the Kenny Alpha person came in and said, "There's nothing wrong with Rue being protective. That's what a man's supposed to do. But y'all need to squash this." Let Let me put some emphasis on what this Kenny Alpha said. He said there's nothing wrong with Rue being protective. There's a difference between being protective and doing too much. And in this instance, Rue is doing way, way too much.
Acknowledging the people, you come into this place and you don't acknowledge nobody. And then when somebody get on your ass, then all of a sudden you confused when you start doing what you think you was gonna do, and come to find out, as I see, Fatty let it be known, you guys. Fatty let it be known that him and Ilkan Ali, when they go around doing what they do want to know if it's some regulation in play. If it's somebody in the house that can regulate them, because that's going to determine how much disrespect they're going to bring to the house. And if they know that they can't disrespect the house the way they want to, they do exactly what they got through saying that they're doing right now, right? Is we're not going to come back.
So, sweetheart,
we're not going to come back.
Let's because they are saying that that's not the case, and
Who said it's not the case? Who said it's not the case?
When Patty was over here, that he was saying that that's not the case. He was saying that.
All right, but he proved no. All right, I got you. He already just proved that for even mentioning Princess Cammy and her father, Riz Dad, or whoever the guy is, man. He mentioned that he comes around based on if he could get away with certain things, and he want to know if it's somebody who's going to check them. He might not want to come back around because who stopped Fatty from coming up on the panel? Nobody. Who told him he had to leave? Nobody. Who told Ali he had to leave? He just dropped off. I didn't say, hey, you need to go ahead and go about your way. I did say put him in the back so I can tell him who I am. Mm-hmm. If he's not going to stop talking. But no one said you gentlemen can't come over because there's a bunch of gentlemen always come over. Like when she dropped the link, a bunch of men going to come up too and talk. So we can move past this, sweetheart. You can go ahead and I'm going to drop off. I just want to get that off so people can understand. You don't have the right to come at my woman saying, well, why you didn't tell me you had a nigga?
And I think that was the part, I don't know if Ali had watched the show yesterday. I think that was mostly the part that was kind of...
I'm just going to let it play.
...jarring. Because it was a matter of a question of, well, Rogue, why didn't you say that you had a man? Why did you just call him your co-host? Why did you just call him this and that, your producer? And I think that was the more so the part that makes it like, okay, I didn't think that other side piece mattered.
And I'm going to pause it right here. In my personal opinion, now, you know, some of y'all may agree with it, some of y'all may disagree with it. If this ever gets back to Ilkan Ali, understand Ali. I don't have no ill will towards you, but this is just my opinion. Soon as this guy said, I am Rosie's man, you should just exit the chat right then and there. That's just my opinion. Instead of having a back and forth, you should just drop out of the chat and exit stage left. That's just my opinion.
Because if I'm saying that this person is important, that this person is supposed to have a level of respect, then I thought that should be good enough. Because when people told me over there that, hey, this is so-and-so, they're a co-host, or hey, this is so-and-so and they're in charge, I know how to go ahead and fall back and be like, okay, this is your house. I'm going to go ahead and respect your house.
And that's what I wanted to ask you, sweetheart. I wanted to ask you, when you've been over in those people's houses, and when them guys got the rules, like I've seen Ali and Fatty, they will interrupt you or tell you hold on and this and that. And I did see times when you and Melody Legacy, y'all have spoke, and she pretty much let me know she's a co-host, and they backed her up to where you did back up and respect the fact that, okay, you co-host, I know to be quiet right now and hand it to your co-host. My bad. It's not a back and forth between you and I. So that's why I want to ask you to make sure that I know Fatty for sure. I know Rose C's not disrespectful in your house, though, bro. I know for a fact that when you got rules in play, for why you so hell bent on the rules of, I need to tell us the rules. Well, if you know you got rules, Fatty, why you don't understand that other folks might have rules even if they don't tell you?
This is getting squashed now. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be known. This is getting squashed now. It is just people are allowed to go ahead and vent and explain their mindsets. Like, shout out to Zyrax. Lady Zyrax was up here and, she said earlier in the chat, there are levels to what one would deem as disrespectful. And again, as women, I can only strictly speak for the women at this point. We know we want a man who is going to stand up and say, nah, this ain't a good situation. I'm not even saying that with them. Shout out to them. We know what we're building over there and what I'm doing over there. And like I said, this can easily be squashed. It is just a matter of knowing what somebody else's protocol is. That's the whole point about it.
And I'll say this one more time. This here can be squashed, but I think in order for it to be squashed, Rue does not need to be a part of the conversation in order for it to be squashed. That's just my opinion.
And when they listen to the playback, when everything calmed down, them gentlemen gonna understand what I'm saying is right. Because I can promise you, if you want to go over there the next time they invite you over there, if you want to test this theory, you go over there and you do what Ali was trying to do or what Fatty do, and let's see if they don't. No, this is what I'm saying. I want to see if they're gonna let you just run it for the sake of running though, and not get order their own channel and let it be known that hey, Melanin Legacy is her show. Don't nobody talk through her. I want to see if they're gonna allow that to happen, and nobody say anything to Rose C. Because I know for a fact, I know my woman is not playing them type of games. But to address what Kenny Alpha is saying, he says it's not about disrespect, Rue. Just that if a chick's man is on a panel, men are gonna tread lightly out of respect. I agree. My thing is, why you have to know that this is her man in order for you to respect people in our house. That's what I'm saying, though, right? This is what it comes down to, gentlemen. A woman don't have to announce, "This is my boyfriend, y'all. This is my man, y'all." Like as if she's trying to put in your face. You gentlemen, if you understand respect, then you should know. If I'm into a place, a territory that I normally don't come to, I don't care if you is a dog or you a cat. I don't care if you a horse. I don't care if you an old man or old woman. It don't even matter. If I'm stepping to anybody's home, I don't need to know that if this is your man or if these are your baby daddy or whatnot for me to tread lightly. That means I'm not a respectful person, though, if I need to know for sure that this is your man to tread lightly when I'm in a foreign territory. Other than that, if I'm a disrespectful man, let me stand on that. If Ali is a disrespectful man, he should stand on that. If he didn't intend no disrespect at all, he shouldn't be doing all what he was doing in the chat earlier. He should not be doing all that in the chat earlier at all. If it simply was, my bad, Ro, you're right, I was supposed to hit you up before and let you know, yeah, it was impromptu because I saw you was live, but yeah, I could have been contacting you and asked you the next time you go live, I'm gonna come through. Hey, am I good? I did hear you say you had a man roll one time, but is he anywhere around YouTube? Is it somebody like when I come to your show? Is it somebody I need to respect? Is it some things I need to respect for coming over there? And if you have me, I will come through, right? And you would most definitely, Rose C, would have told them, yes, I got my man over there. This guy named Roop. Yeah, he the guy. He the guy that he'll come in and regulate. He don't really participate all the time, but he will regulate what's going on. He's not gonna let men run rampant over here. So therefore, if you come and have a conversation, you ain't have to worry about dealing with Roop. Roop would have never had no reason to tell Ali to shut the F up.
Hold on, real quick. All right, Rue, were you finished? And are you?
Go ahead, Fatty. No, I'm talking Fatty. Go ahead, Fatty.
This is incredible, right? Let me actually help you solve your problem, Rue. A person is over talking or is commanding most of the attention of the show. Hey, sir, this is Roxy's show. Please be quiet for a second and let us finish the talk. You don't say, shut the fuck up. And then after the person says, who is this person? Well, no. I'm paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing. Paraphrasing doesn't count, right? Paraphrasing, I'm repeating his words, right? Okay. And then after the person asks, hey, Roxy, you're not going to moderate this? Like, what's going on? Who is this person? Who is this person? Who is this person? And then after you say, he's the host, he not only reacts to it, he repeats again, shut the fuck up.
All right. So here we go.
Right. So you're talking with now. Let me finish, please. Let me finish.
No, because before
you're talking crazy to people, and then you want people to be nice to you.
We're almost done. And it almost goes to hell yet again.
Hold on.
We can't.
Hold on.
Come on.
Now here you go.
Why couldn't you be nicer? Why couldn't you be nicer, sir?
So here you go. So if you heard it before I said shut the F up, I already was trying to jump in many times, and everybody was talking. Even the second time,
Look, whether or not if Ali heard Rude try to cut in, I don't know. But telling somebody to shut the F up out of nowhere, I'll be like, bro. And the thing is, if he's the co-host, instead of him saying shut the F up, just go ahead and drop the person. Drop the person for a minute or two, or bring him back up and explain why you dropped him.
I tried to get in
because they didn't know you were.
I'm not done talking, Daddy.
They didn't know you were.
All right, put him in the back for 1 second till you cool down.
Hold on. Okay.
Y'all noticed that, right? He said, "Pull it back till it cools down." And Rose C. Okay. I just want to make sure y'all heard that.
Calm down with that, man.
Daddy, just give him 1 second. We can't have it back.
So what Fat is trying. See, the reason why Fat don't know how to play this game too, right? Real well. I'm just not a content creator.
I want to say this one more time, and I hope that this does get to Rogue C. I'm not saying this to hurt you. I'm saying this to be brutally honest with you. Your man is bad for business. Let me say that loud and clear. Your man is bad for business. Let's get back into it.
Fat don't know how to play this game too, right? Real well. I'm just not a content creator. So here you go. Fatty making it seem like as if as soon as Ali started talking, I'm jumping on him, right? No, I was trying to interject a few times though before I had to even turn my mic up. I was trying to say things like, hold on for 1 second. Yo, hold on. Let me say this real fast. I said it a few times on both instances before I said, shut the F up. That's what made me say shut the F up when I'm talking. Because obviously, instead of Ilkan Ali just saying, let me be quiet and see what you got to say because I'm in a foreign territory, who are you? What's going on? Since I didn't introduce myself to you and I don't know who you are, okay, well, let me see what you're trying to say first. It would have been no need for me to tell that man to shut the F up if he would have got quiet when I first started interjecting the first time. I didn't just jump on that man as soon as he started talking. The thing I wanted him to understand is that I don't want you, because even Fatty had to agree that Ali tend to get personal and then he made general statements. And that's what I was going to correct when it comes to that. Don't say that Rogue C feels old or she's old at 30 when she's saying she's not old at 30. When we saying that, hey man, people can still have babies at 50. Your value don't stop at no 30. You're just in your prime at a 30-year-old person, man or woman, right? And then the second issue was simply when Ali ran with it was a Mother Nature conversation, and then when he came in with she looked better at 25 than she do at 30, right? And he was gonna run with his narrative until I said, no, that's not what she said, bro. Answer and speak to what she said since you made it a personal thing. Don't talk the generalities in this regard.
And also, there was the moment where, okay, so this is the kind of show we're having. That was
so he started speaking on. So when you start saying, oh, so this type of show we have, oh, so Rosie, you gonna moderate? Rosie, see that right there would have got his ass punched. Fatty, listen what I'm saying, Fatty. No. I'm just expressing. If it was like real time and you're really dealing with a man and his woman and a man doing that kind of stuff in somebody else's house, I don't think no other man, including Fatty, would allow for a man to go word for word in his house when he's trying to get order in his house, though, bro. That's the whole I'm saying. I don't need you guys to be disingenuous because you want to stand on this together. When you just calm down and you really rule was not wrong for that. No, Ali. Since you didn't know where you was at, when somebody's interrupting you, bro, you need to be quiet because you might get shot after that, bro, if you don't know what to do. Like, how about you be quiet? In the streets, you got shot. No. Listen. I'm giving an example. No. This is not for real. I'm giving an example. What I mean, if it was real life stuff and a man think he gonna boss up and buck up on people who's already here and you in a foreign territory.
Well, no, I'm trying to respond to the chat, sweetheart. Go ahead. So, Quantum, the same way you see my show, we do this on the show. Whenever I want to talk, Rue will also help get people to pipe down if I'm getting overtalked. The whole issue was, it wasn't about interrupting him. If the whole point was, this is not where the conversation is going. Fatty, give me one more second, because if you and Rue can't have the back and forth.
No. Fatty gonna come up, and like I say, the same rules apply to Fatty. Fatty, come up here, and you can show now Ali the example of how to behave yourself in another man's house. So come on up, Fatty, and show your boy Ali that, hey, it is a man here.
See, now, this right here is that condescending bullshit. If nobody else ain't gonna call it out, I'm gonna call it out. This right here is that condescending bullshit. And the way that Fatty responded is way better than it's way better than the way I would respond. Cause me being the person I am, you come at me with some condescending bullshit, I'm gonna cuss you slap the fuck out. I'm just gonna be honest.
So therefore, you acknowledge me as a man like I'm acknowledge you. So come on up, Fatty. Come on up, and you acknowledge, or you get put in the back again, Fatty.
Okay. Y'all know
Bring him on up.
You know I like how gentlemen conduct themselves.
No need for that, and this is why we were asking for you to identify yourself so you can actually put S to belt if something happens. Ali had no idea who you were. This is what happened.
Fatty handled that way better than I would have. Just saying.
I get inside of the house. There's a cop. It's Roxy. I have to follow the rules. And that's an undercover cop called Rue. He is the owner of the house. And the undercover cop is screaming at me, hands against the wall, hands against the wall. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Why is this person right now that is a civilian just like me telling me to shut the fuck up and to put the hands against the wall when I have no idea and there's a cop over there? Hey cop, you're not going to do nothing? Hey Mr. Cop, you're not going to do nothing? You want people to follow the rules when you didn't identify yourself. That's all. And crazy enough, first you say that you shouldn't have the need to identify yourself. And now you're contradicting yourself and showing the importance of identifying yourself so we can follow the rules. So now, all of a sudden, you understand why we asking, I need to know who Riz Dad is. So if Riz Dad says, ready, be quiet on Kenny show, now I have to be quiet because all of a sudden this man is in a position of authority. I'm just going to say this and then you got it, right?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying this and then you got it, right?
Okay.
You keep implying that Ali have bad intentions with Roxy. You can't prove that. The conversation was literally a regular conversation. You were the one jumping on him. You were the one interrupting him. You were the one saying him to shut the fuck up. What the hell did he do to you? What the hell did he do to her? Did he hit on
Thank
her?
you.
Did he like her
What
IG
did he
pictures?
do
What did he do to
wrong?
her?
Fatty. He came, first and foremost, he wasn't disrespectful verbally. He came in a place he ain't never been to, and he didn't speak to the people. That's my rules. Even though, no, here, Fatty, you talk. You quiet, I got you.
Who are these people?
The people that was already on row seat panel, who's always on a panel, including myself. Fatty.
Every time I hear somebody go who, I think about Messi Marchand with the who 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 who.
You playing games with homeboys. Hold on, I'm not done. Hold on, why you? I'm talking. Hold on. So look, the undercover cop was a bad example because if you're not doing no drug deal or nothing criminal, though, right? Why you worried about if there's an undercover cop around? I'm sure you're around undercover cops everywhere, right? If you don't have no intention to rob anything or to shoot somebody, bro, then you ain't got to worry about an undercover identifying themselves as an undercover. You coming in simply to come buy something. You leaving. It's an undercover sitting right there. No, listen, Fatty. Listen.
Can we have a conversation?
No, if you got to be quiet. That's why we had a conversation. You
yeah, but then can I tackle this point?
So when I'm talking, you gotta just let me. I got you. You can talk. Hold on, I got you. I'm responding to what you're saying. Hey, you talking about undercover cop? Identify yourself. All right. What I'm saying is this: if you don't have no bad intentions, it don't even matter who's in the room. You come in, do what you need to do, and get on out. You following proper protocol based on yourself as a man. Hey, I'm in a place I don't know where I'm at. Okay, I'm gonna tread lightly because I don't know where I'm at. I'm not gonna assume nothing. I'm gonna try to get in and get on out. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm not stepping on nobody's toes. All right, if somebody asks me something, I'm not gonna dismiss you. I'm not gonna argue with you. Look, I'm in a foreign place. So what I'm saying, if you were smart, Fed, I'm not saying you're not smart. You would simply tell Ali, the next time you go to somebody's panel, since you do this, if it's not your home, go in there and speak to people first to get to know people. So if you got an issue with who's somebody man or who's somebody brother around here, how about you get to know everybody first for the fact that you going into their home? Don't nobody owe it to you, Ali or Fatty, to tell you, hey man, how you doing? My name Ru. I'm Rose C's man. Just let you know, because you might back door and say, well, who cares about that? How you doing? What's up? But now all of a sudden, since I didn't do it, now you can twist it and say, well, damn, why you didn't identify yourself, bro? Because we was gonna come and turn it up, bro, and we would know you was here. We were gonna tread lightly, bro, because we respect a woman's boyfriend or a man. Because if we had good intentions, we didn't have to know that she was a man. We coming in with good intentions anyway. No, go ahead, Fat. You got it. Go ahead.
Well, you are doing something I call minority report. You are arresting people before they do things, right? Tommy actually did. Tommy actually did things to Roxy. He sent her a number. He put her on a crazy thumbnail, calling her names and all that. Let me explain you what the analogy of the undercover cop means, right? If you are driving and somebody cuts you off, a civilian, and takes a gun and points at you, are you shooting back?
You should be able to shoot back in that case, though. I get you on that. I got you.
Are you shooting back? Yes, right?
You should shoot back, yeah.
Okay. What if that person was in a police car, dressed as a police officer? Would you shoot back?
You can shoot back if he just.
What do you want, right? Because he's a police officer.
Yes,
because he's a police officer.
Okay.
What I'm telling you is this. I think y'all know, or think that people know about y'all's self and y'all's story. A lot of people have no idea. They come from different environments. They don't know nothing about Roxy and the drama and all these things, right? So when you are in public dealing with civilians, what I do to my channel is y'all going crazy at Melanie. Remember, Melanie is the host, so they know she's a cop. Now everybody's identified. Now we don't get gang banging, and then you get in 30 years because you accidentally shoot a cop. This is what y'all didn't do.
Hey.
Y'all let me just get it, and you got it. Y'all had 4 opportunities to identify this person as a cop. Who is this person, Roxy? Co-host. Who is this person, Roxy? Producer.
Fatty, you've been
How is that disingenuous?
Let me show you why, because you act like you gave the example of you didn't know that this was actually a cop and a guy just coming pointing a gun at you. Go ahead, talk to me, Roxy. Go ahead.
Fatty, your mic is louder than Ruth's as well, so you guys.
Lower my mic,
Come
please.
back.
Yeah, lower my mic if it's possible. It's fine.
Because I just want to make sure that you can hear each other. How do I lower your mic? Hold on.
Yeah, you go to the settings and
Yeah. So me just knowing how things go, whether you told me the rules or not, I should always just kind of understand there will be rules, though, man. I shouldn't think that because I see a pretty woman, I'm gonna make a beeline to her and try to take over and try to goddamn run it, and it's gonna be no resistance. That's the disrespect right
I am
there.
ugly, so I'm just letting you know.
Okay, all right. If anybody, look, I give you $100. I give anybody $1,000 right now if you can truly say Rosie is ugly. Anybody 1,000 right now? If anybody can come up here and say Rosie is ugly, she trash or anything, I give you 1,000 right now if you really believe that.
I just wanted to ask because I think the show is kind of going back in circles.
It's going back in circles. No. It's going back in circles.
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
I'm just gonna go ahead and end this here. Um, I'm just gonna end it with this. Rosie, if you want your platform to survive, you got to separate the personal from the business. That is it. That is all. See y'all later.